KZ2 final is go, and it's a very good start for Timo Youngling, who will lead through the first corner. A solid one for Stewart. He retains second place. Ella Stevens has also had a good start, holding on to third place. Into fourth has hopped Ashley Lewis. It's a comfortable start for those at the front of the field. No real big changes in position. All drivers running through the middle of the circuit, Piers.
Big slide through St John's from Jessica Edgar further down the field. But at the front of the field, an ideal start from the outside of the front row from Timo Youngling. No jump starts around here, of course. Everyone goes when the lights go out. So assuming they don't go before those lights, all is well. But we know the pace that both of those Jade karts have had in second and third. Stewart followed by Stevens. They set the pace in a lot of the practice sessions. They're hoping that Youngling won't have the pace that he had in heat number one and will be more like heat number two, where he fell away. But don't count out the number one kart of Josh Price in fourth place. He's just been going about his business, looking like he's pretty solid. Or actually saying that, I think of course in there, he turned up to Gasworks completely sideways. One more position for our champion from last year.
World in 23. Down into Gasworks, down the inside goes Josh Price on Jess Edgar. That's a good move. That is Price back up to P7.
And the amount of power from these KZ2 engines. Let's have a look at the front of the field. Timo Youngling extending his gap at the front of the field by a couple of tenths on that last lap over Stewart and Stevens. Stevens ever so slightly faster at this stage than Stewart, closing that gap. But the fastest man on circuit, the number one, Josh Price, in 7th place. He's now closing onto the back of Derek Morgan. He'll be trying to get himself as close to the podium as he can.
And Price and Josh Price very much looking like he wants to get on with things here. It's down the inside of his rival from the previous season, and through goes Josh Price into P5.
Stewart and Stevens, the two Jade Birrell ARTs, chasing down the sodium test. Up the inside of St John's goes our championship winner from last season. That's decisive. Price into second. He is still the fastest man on circuit. He set the fast lap by a good 3 or 4 tenths on that lap previous. I reckon with 8 minutes to go, we could see this trio turn into a quartet.
Right. The tough bit for Price, though, as now there's an investigation for the number one. So that's another turn potentially in this final. Yes, Josh Price is fastest on circuit, a 46.21 last time around, and that's all in sector one, where Price has got the advantage in terms of pace. But now not one but two investigations hanging over the reigning champion. One at 4:11, one at 4:15. There's potential drama here, Piers Pryor, in the first KZ2 final of the year. And Stewart's on the attack once again, and he's going to lose position to Ella Stevens. Stewart attacked too much. Nearly went into the rear of Youngling there. That has unleashed Ella Stevens. Stevens through into P2. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Another turn in this fascinating final.
Yes.
They're all going to be in the fight here with 2 minutes to go.
Oh, no!
And Price is out. Price out. Went for a move down the inside of Stewart into centre 2. There was a touch. There was a ride, and the reigning champion is out of the first final of the year. Than 1.2 kilometres to go. Timo Youngling checks over the shoulder again. Timo Youngling's got really good speed. The setup work that the Younglings have done on this Sodiva test this weekend has been marvellous. The punch that they have out of the slower corners, the traction zones, there it is again. Ella Stevens can't get close enough through the medium speed corners. We now go into the part of the track where Stevens is a little bit stronger, but is the gap too big to have a go into Gasworks? Timo Youngling gets on the power out of the centre S. This has been a magnificent battle between these two young drivers. Stevens goes for the move around the outside, trying to get the overlap. Youngling's got the lead out of Gasworks through the horseshoe. He wanted that win last time here in the summer of 2024. The spring of 2025 gives Timo Youngling the win. Timo Youngling wins at Warden Law, is a round winner in the Wera Tools British Kart Championships again. Ella Stevens records second place. It is the 40th podium in the history of Jade Racing Team in the modern era.